Hello and welcome to this Warno 1v1 game played on Stoneware Duel between Zsadok playing as 6th US and he's going up against DonMarco playing as 31Y. So we'll go through the deck reviews, then we'll talk about the map, the matchup, the deployments and the game, and as always timestamps in the description. Right, so this is the deck review for Zsadok and he's playing 6th US. The deck looks very similar to mine, but I've changed mine since the last game. So So yeah, basically the idea is it's kind of like a pseudo airborne div, and for that reason it's kind of stronger than the airborne divs because it still gets there first. It's even got forward deployed AA, which is very rare outside of airborne, and then you just kind of sit on everything with the recoilless rifles and so on. Yeah, let's go through it tab by tab. So you do only need 2 cards of supply on this div. I think I bring 3, but I probably shouldn't. There's no reason for me to, so I'll probably take that out. This thing kind of sucks, so you can swap it out for this one if you want. Just saying, I mean, 3 guys, AT, and the other one, 6 guys, AT, 3 availability, 3 availability. So this is obviously way better, so you want this one. It's reservist, but who cares? It's not supposed to be fighting anyway. And then we want the grenade launcher team. I understand that this has grenade launchers, but I mean, it's nice to have an infantry grenade launcher team. I mean, yeah, I get it, but you want to get 17 grenade launchers. Like, I used to do that as well, but it can be nice to have the infantry team because this will die in 1 hit, and this sits in a building and is really annoying to kill. So, and you've got enough regular infantry, so yeah, just get rid of whichever one you want. It can be nice to have the Dragon too. It does cost 10 points more though. Grim. Just try it. If it's not working, take it out. And then, yeah, so this is a super nice squad, right? It's a super nice squad. 84, smoke, resolute, 45 points. This thing's fast and it's got a... the gun's kind of bad. I don't bring it. And the reason why I don't bring it is because what happens if you run it, if a tank, like if you end up against like T-55s or T-72s at close range, you just get absolutely destroyed as this division. It's really quite sad. And so I go for the Tank Hunter squad at no vet, because sometimes you just need to kill a tank at close range. Now, I appreciate that this has 184, and I assure you that if somebody's just driving T-72s through forests at you, you're just going to die. So, I recommend the Tank Hunter. You can bring it in a Huey if you want, but don't really know about that. Do you get a Black Hawk unit in this? I can't remember. Do you get a Black Hawk unit? I guess not. Don't see it. Because, yeah, you've already got a bunch of grenade launchers here, so I think it's fine. Yeah, the RT and the smoke, it's all good. Yeah, that's fine. There's lots of these. Do you need that many? Who knows? Tank tab, by the way. Yeah, you want these in the Hueys for the funny helo deploy rush thing with this, and then some regular A10s. What I will say is that this thing can work, but... So yeah, the A-cabs at 1 vet. Recon helo. Get these in the grenade launchers if you can. Obviously that one can't. AA, forward deployed Stinger, yes. VADS, iHawk, all good. Cobra and... Oh, well, do you not want an ATGM one? Right, these are similar. This one's kind of better because this gun is nice, but this has a grenade launcher and it can fire for like 5 minutes before it runs out of ammo. So, and it's cheaper. You want the tow cobra? What if there's a tank and you want to ATGM the tank? Yeah, this. I mean, I get that it's cheap and it goes in front of this, but it does kind of suck. And if you want to kill a tank, this has a 6-minute reload, so don't bring that. And then this will probably just miss a lot. So yeah, I guess it makes sense to bring this. I need to check my 6th deck. I was playing it earlier. So yeah, I don't even bring the grenade launcher Fireteam Dragon guys anymore, which is probably a mistake. I was bringing the Flash. which is nice at close range. But then these guys are nice at close range. So yeah, I guess I should get rid of that flash and put the Fire Team Dragons probably. Well, I mean, it depends what you want, right? This is just cheap infantry. So I bring this at 1 vet apparently. Okay. But yeah, I just had a problem where people were just driving T-72s into me and I would just die. So, so you do need, I think you need this. Otherwise, if that happens, it's just like, oh, it's just a free loss. Admittedly, that doesn't happen very often, but... yeah, because the Engineer's Flash is nice, though. I've been using it more and more, and it is super, super nice. But it is nice to have grenade launchers to kill infantry mega fast at range. And you got to sort of pick your poison, and having a dragon too is nice, so I'll probably go for that. So yes, I've learnt something. His opponent is playing 31Y, ostensibly a stronger division, but it's slower at the start. This all looks good to me. He's built it kind of like how I would build it. 2-vetting the T-72s, I'm not so sure about, but maybe it'll work. But yeah, the idea is the Prima, it's like a Mega Grad with cluster. Admittedly not very good against infantry divisions because they don't have that many tanks. 3 cards of supply. Funky CV. You could swap this out for this one if you want. Just because, you know, what if you can only afford 25 points for a supply, right? You don't get BMP 1PGs in this, do you? No. Streltsy are pretty good. They used to be cracked at 50 points. At 55, they're just good, which is fine. Yeah, BMP 2, BMP 1, alright. ATGM grenade launcher, Saperi, yeah, I think that's fine. This thing goes almost 6 kilometers, and this goes less. So bigger caliber, less range. That's how that works. Yeah, good tank, good tank. And then these are at 2 vet. They get smoke, which is nice. Okay, I mean, you can bring whichever one you want. It's just this costs more and it can survive a 30 AP missile, and this costs less and it cannot survive a 30 AP missile. But it gets smoke, unlike the ones in 1Y, where only one of them gets smoke. You get 4 of them. So, yeah, that can be fine. You can bring the B-Men if you want. Honestly, I don't know if it's really that good. This thing is 2 availability, but it's got ECM. So you can bring which. It's just this will die in 1 hit to a manpad, and this won't. You can also bring this and do the funny opener with one of these. And yeah, so like with this and this, although you don't have an AT, you really want this. It's a really nice piece of kit. Look how many side missiles it's got. It's really good against healers, really good against ground targets. So we need to find him 3 AP somewhere. It's these 2 vetted tanks, isn't it? So 1 vet that, get rid of that. That's 2 AP. Don't really want to get rid of that one. Interesting. Interesting. You sort of need the... Okay, so 2, 4, 6 CVs. Get rid of another card of tanks, eh? I don't know about that. You kind of need all the other stuff. Might have to get rid of a helo. But like, this is just... You can't leave home without it. Admittedly, against the division he's playing against, it's not good. But he doesn't know he's going to be against that division. You really do want that AT. You could also get rid of this. But... Well... Yeah. It's a hard knock life, as they say. That's a 1-pointer. Grim. Where should the sacrifice be made? It would have to be this. But losing that helo kind of sucks, because now you've only got 1 helicopter, which is not ideal. How do I do it? It's been a while since I played it, but I was on a 31. I was trying to make a pro guide, but I just fell asleep due to boredom. Oh, I just bring 1 fighter. Everything else is the same. What the heck? This is like a 1-to-1 copy. Except, look, the MTLB one. Yeah, so just down vet that, get rid of that, get the AT plane. You've got Cubs, so you don't need more than 3 fighters. and then you can put back the tank. Incredible, truly inspirational. Wonder where he got that idea. Anyway, let's cast the game. Right, so with that out of the way, yeah, you'd expect 31Y to win the late game. The thing is, 60US actually has got a pretty decent chance here because he can forward deployed into these towns and just sit on them for 40 minutes. And the 31Y player is going to kind of struggle to push him out, I think. So we'll see what happens. Overall, 31Y is seen as the stronger div. So looking at the deployments, we've got DonMarco here. And he's got some Resvedka Saperi, some Mot Resvedka on the left, with an Igla, a Conkers. Oh, that was a 30 mil. Sorry, I'm losing it. 2 Streltsy, and an MTLB. So a lot of guys on Bravo. And then Charlie, he's got 2 Plamias, 30 mils, right? A Conkers for here, apparently. Okay. 2 Saperi RPO, Resvedka Saperi, Mayutka, T55 AM1 at 2 that. Looks like a T55A, but it's got the longer range gun. Armor's the same though, so 1 TOW 2 kills it. Strela 10M, 2 Resvedka BMP 1Ps, and a CV, Foxtrot, cheapo CVs. So basically, he doesn't understand what he's up against, because switching to 60 US, you have the El Clasico 60 US opener, Alaskan Camp Scouts and Hueys, and what I can only assume is 1 or 2 A10s, because there should be more here. And so you really need to open double cub. As red, you need to open double cub. And deploy really conservatively, because this is going to happen. The alternative is you could buy the those fighters he's got are really good against helos. So you could just buy 3 of those at the start instead of the cubs. 60 US is just a very asymmetrical division. It's got a very funny opener. You don't have to do it like this, because you can just deploy Navy SEALs and just walk into the town. But yeah, this is the one I do half the time. The other half I don't, because otherwise people are going to, you know, guess. So we got Alaska Cav Scouts going everywhere. A couple Stingers and a TOW 2. It's an airborne TOW 2. And a CV for Delta Charlie. None for Alpha. Quite surprised by that. That's a +2. Not so sure about that, really. But what would he get rid of? This. Why are you buying that? You worried about vehicles coming down here? Just get a Humvee TOW 2. Put that there. It'll cost 80 points. And then you might have enough for that CV, which costs 40. I don't know how much was remaining, so let's cast the game. Right, so they're off, and it's time for me to thank the generous channel joiners. Generously joining the channel, they get their names on the screen, they get the videos early, they get members exclusive videos. 1 join at the lowest level is worth 2,000 views, so if you're feeling bad about your ad block, it's a great way to support the channel. Otherwise, please just like the video, it's free. What I will say is, rather than buying the Eagle, right, you can actually just buy another A10. Because the A10 has missiles on it, and it's got a lot of armor. And if they buy a jet, your just select all your A10s. I open 3 or 4 usually, and just right-click it. So yes, this is a Recon A10, and this is a non-Recon A10. He's got the micro a little bit bad there, so he's not gonna. Now he's gonna turn again. Don't right-click things. Just right-click on the ground, because look at what it's doing. It's still not fired. Wow. I don't know, was that this guy? It might have been. So he's on target now, and yeah, his opponent just didn't understand what was going on. That was obviously, it's a way too aggressive with that. I mean, so you can expect to lose both of those. And look, the Eagle's here, and you know, the A10, second A10 would have been cheaper. And you would have had the same result, which is one of them gets evac'd. And, you know, admittedly you killed that. And this can stay up, but when he buys the next plane, which he might do. So yeah, these Hueys, it's a shame he didn't unload them earlier, right? Because it's just a bit too greedy. So, Recon A10, this can see on the ground. That's how it got that. Admittedly there's a guy here, but that was not in line of sight. This can also see, though. So yeah, that's why the opener's so funny on this div. Because you don't really need a Recon helo, because these do it for you. So, is he going to right-click? Surely, I guess he can't see that one, maybe. The other thing is, these can also smoke. I'll be honest, I don't really do that, because when do you want to? It's easier to just right-click them until they die, and then... So now what he needs to do is turn into this. He's waited too long. I don't know if you can actually see it. This air optics... Ah, you see, you right-clicked it. See, you just got unlucky there. Admittedly, this is at 2-vet, but getting 3 hits... 61% accuracy. I suppose it's not too far off 66, but that has ECM on it. It's like 20% ECM, so yeah, red's actually winning because blue didn't buy a CV here. And now he's got a big problem. So yeah, if he'd unloaded 1 Alaskan Cav Scouts here and 1 here, this would be in a much better position. So yeah, he's trying to get some guys in. He needs to fall back, really. This will get in, there's nobody there. I suppose the Recon A10 probably reconned that. This is gonna die now. It's a shame, really, because his other CVs... Oh, I suppose they're cheapo infantry CVs, but yeah, I mean... Surprised at the lack of double CV, right, because he could have been on a big ticket now, but actually he's behind. Because he only opened 1 CV, he's now behind. By 100 points, right? Obviously that's changing as this has just capped that. Yeah. So good work from Don here with these. This is like a BTR 70 basically. Except they have 2 side armor as well. Don't know if they're amphibious. It's some Polish thing, Polish-Czech joint project. Apparently, if you in real life they're quite tall, right? So if you turn it too fast, it would just flip. Don't know how true that is, right? But that's what I've heard. So, fall back. Bruh. Lots of preventable deaths here. And yeah, this was just a big waste of points. Would have been easier to just be a vehicle one, cheaper, and you know, then you would have been able to afford a second CV potentially. That's probably it should be faster. The thing is, it's turning, so it looks like he's gonna get out. Land this, right? Because this should just come kill you now. Where's this going? Wow. So he buys more helos so that this has more things to kill. It's very nice of him. Man, this is not going well for blue. Right, he's on a +4 because of this, but I mean that should be solved fairly soon. And he's just losing all his guys. He keeps buying helos when he's not got air cover. So he loses all of his helos there. That's a big waste of points. Now the enemy's just driving in. Damn. What? He just didn't right-click it. Now it might get out. It depends on how many of these missiles hit, basically. Sooner or later, it's just going to vanish. Oh, he got it. He got it. Will he receive an Igla shot? Yeah, I mean, this would win the fight, I think, because this is low cohesion. Yeah. Where's this going? Alright. Because it's not going to make it. So yeah, he should have sent it back and around. I assumed he would send it to here, because this is a +2 and it's open, so he could have sent it back and up to here, and that's a +2. He's got a CV coming this way anyway. Obviously he didn't know these were here, but he should have done, because this has been shooting at him at least 6 times. So he should have thought this was here. This, maybe not, right? So these are probably the ones from before. You don't want them so close to each other, because one cub will suppress both of them. As you're about to see. See? Right-click the plane, right-click the plane. Oh, okay. Oh, well, that sort of worked out. I mean... Sort of worked out. Alright, right-click the Strela. Yes. Perfect. What? Why didn't it kill it? What the hell was that? It's still got bullets on the gun. Weird. Must have been when it ran out of rockets it lost the order or something, but... So, Eagle is up. That is so unlucky. The power of the 2-vet fighter. Truly inspirational. So So, yeah, I mean, it's a shame he didn't push this up. He could have killed this. And Red not using his advantage. He's probably going to get hit now. Yeah. I mean, I get it, right, but... You know there's AA back there, right? So +4 for Zsadok. He's made up the lead now. That was just off the back of this, basically. And the fact that that CV that Don had didn't come this way. Why didn't he just send it down here? He knows this is free. He's got a guy in there. It's a +2, but he wanted that +1 instead of that +2. So don't be a fool with your life, Billy. Don't be a hero, right? That's very depressing. Given that he was currently shooting that, I think, so I guess he knew it was there, but must have given the order and just forgotten about it. So these guys get AT4s, which is not so bad. Speaking in the deck review about how I bring tank hunters at 1 vet, because sometimes you just need them to kill enemy tanks. Somebody's driving T-72s into you. Dragon 2 ain't gonna cut it, because he'll shoot once and then he'll just kill you. Got too long a reload. So yeah, this reloads in 2 minutes. It's actually a pretty nice piece of kit. I'm really surprised by how many planes Red's buying, given that Blue has all the Eagles and stuff. It's a shame we're going to lose another Alaskan Cav Scouts here. Oh, now it's definitely dead, right? What? They're not... Yeah, I mean, if this was in position, it would just kill it. Oh, he's doing it now. It's got a HMG. Okay, I guess it made it. Interesting. Slow reactions from Red. Yeah, he's doing it again. I think it'll make it in this time. I think it's too far back now. It depends how long it stays here for, because it's going to aim for 1.38 seconds, which is not that long. It's at 2 vet now, because it killed the last one. It got buffed up. And yeah, that wasn't smart, really. Needs to sort this out. I don't think he knows there's a problem, because this hasn't done anything. It's not fired any bullets. Neither has this. So he doesn't know there's anybody in there. And there's a dip here, by the way, if you didn't know. So this can't shoot down that road. Truly inspirational. But yeah, this guy ran off. He's actually out of bullets now. He can shoot it with the small arms because it's a less than 1 armor vehicle, so it'll just shoot it with the 50 cal and so on. Don't agree with these AB TOW2s. I think they're too expensive. You need other stuff. So yeah, gonna be a +2 to Red shortly, because this will give +2 to Zsadok, and then this will, yeah, counteract that. And once it finishes capping, be a +2 to DonMarco. So, yeah, I mean, Blue just trying to do a bit too much, really. This is obviously the big priority. You need to get an AT like this, put it up to here, and then move it round to here, and then you can shoot down that road. There's nice. Yeah, it's not using the rockets because I think it's because it's too close. It can't angle it properly. So these are really, really useful. It's the big advantage of 31Y over the other Soviet SLOP divs, is that it gets Streltsy and these, whereas the other ones it's all BMPs and none of these. So he's bought a very expensive plane. Admittedly, it's a big target. I just don't think he's got enough frontline. But, he got it and he got out, so I suppose it's fine. Does need a CV. Okay, it's just the one from before. I'm really surprised he keeps doing this, because the guys keep dying. Okay, so he unloaded it there. But like, if there was somebody in here, that would have been too late and he'd be dead. So it's not great. Incredible. And like, what is this doing here? I guess he's worried about something coming round. From 60 US, what's going to come round? This. I suppose it can. Or one of those dragoons, I suppose. This goes fast. Or a helicopter, which this would stop. So he's got another CV in. Yeah, this can just kill all that. This needs to be in the right place. What happened to the Pathfinders? the guys that came with this vehicle. So we finally get some Navy SEALs in here. The issue, of course, is that the enemy will probably buy a bomber. It's nice to get an Eyehawk and plonk it here, but obviously, oh, he's going to lose another CV to this thing. Yeah, I mean, it's just, it is what it is. It's very sad. And yeah, if you're red, you want to get this Streltsy up to here. And that's basically curtains for this zone, because you can just RPG them as they come in from either lane. This will do a lot of damage to these. We'll see if he notices in time. It's a T-72, mate. Just drive it in there. Nobody brings the tank hunters on 60 US, so you don't have to worry about them. So, oh, he shouldn't have turned there, really, because if there's AA back here, which there is, admittedly, it worked out for him, because Warno RNG bullshit, but realistically, the AA should have hurt him there. And there you go, you see, they died to this thing, which is now 3 vet. It's killed so many things. Mr. Sao Hardra gets another kill there. It's like a minute's income just died there. It's 85 per 1, so 2/3 of a minute's income. This doesn't have recon. CV died. But blue's still on the +2 because red, even though he owns this, hasn't bothered bringing the CV up. Because his 2 cheap ones died. So this is interesting. At close range, like, this has very nice pen for what it is. That's very optimistic. This had already evac, so... So yeah, get those Navy SEALs up. Get some supply, maybe. Like, this is an absolute catastrophe. Red should have basically been on a +2 all this time, but he just never put a CV in here. So, yeah, I mean... Like, typically, like, so these should be looking down the road, right? So you'd want to send them a little bit further forwards. Like, put the ATGM one here, the tank one here, or whatever. Tank one here. You just want the tank one to be closer, so they shoot that first. And the ATGM can do its work. So yeah, this will just kill that as well. This is very depressing. But red is not capitalizing on this. This should be up to here. And then blue's chances of getting back in are very, very, very slim at that point. Right now it's just one 30-point vehicle, which has killed 2 CVs, a helicopter, and some other stuff. Now it's about to eat its 2nd helicopter. Mr. Sao Rada, eating well today. 3 vet. It's quite rare to see vehicles get to 3 vet. Okay, so he did send it forward, so they got shot. Well, that's fair enough then, I suppose. Yeah, I wouldn't keep trying this. I mean, it's not going to work. And he's got the issue with the T-72s that I spoke about in the deck review, that if you're against T-72s in close range with this div, you need the tank hunters. Even though they're not very good. Like, they're not as good as an Appalachian or something, but beats being dead. So I think this will get... Oh, no, because where he's put the thing, if it unloaded here, it'd be fine, but it's going to keep going. This is on an attack move order. Okay, he changed it. Saved himself there. Now he's buying a seed plane. I would not be buying a seed plane at this point in the game. I would be desperately trying to get back in here and sorting this out. I would not be buying all these planes. So, that's really something. It's completely nonsensical, but okay. Make sure you evac this way. Like, basically, you can right-click this and shift, right-click, and with shift still press V, and it will come over here and automatically evac. Beats just flying around in circles until the cubs reload, right? So just chilling out. What? What? He's moving. Oh, if he wasn't moving, he'd be shooting, but... Yeah. So yeah, you can shift Q evac orders, if you didn't know. Probably do a video on that. Engine destroyed. Bailed out got removed, by the way, in the last patch. So now we complain about engine destroyed instead. Hull breach used to one-shot any vehicle in the game. That was fun. Yeah, this is a shame, really, because it could have, you know, been reloading, 2-minute reload, and now it's going to take 9 minutes to come back. So, big loss there. It just keeps losing stuff on this road. There goes another one. Is he going to unload this one now? Oh, You hate to see it. So yeah, the seed is doing seed things. Okay, gets the cub. And the Strellas, you know, they're quite far away, and the range on the Strellas isn't as good. They can't be seeded, though, that's the point. Red's finally bothered to bring a CV over here. Now he's going to be on a +2. And, you know, now he can just come back over here. Uh-oh. I assume these are... they're on an attack move order, so they'll stop. At which point he's going out of LOS again. It's got good stealth, and these don't have the... They've got mediocre optics. Is mediocre better or worse than normal? It's worse, okay. But Zsadok, he's got this down to here, so we can sort that out now. So that's something. But then Red's going to cap Bravo. It's not a boring game, right? Lots happening. That's a classic, it's a 5%, 9%, incredible. Is this really going to lose that fight? Wow! Skill-based gaming over here. Yeah, I mean, it really makes you think. You can lose games in Warno on RNG. Usually you've made, like, well, you've always made other mistakes. And so you just focus on that rather than on the RNG. But it is, especially with things like planes, because they cost so much and you get so few of them. You know, if your fighter doesn't kill the enemy bomber, that enemy bomber comes back 5 more times over the game, kills 5 more units, and it's like, well, if I'd just got him that first time, then I'd be fine. Just lost 5 heavy tanks or whatever. I've had that happen to me. It is what it is after all, right? Sometimes it works out in my favour, sometimes it works out in my opponent's. It's 50% accuracy shot and you play enough games, you'd expect this really needs to smoke and run away. That's just going to kill it. You could fire all 4 of these laws into that, I wouldn't do anything. Depends, you might get him on the side armor. No, he's not. You're not going to get him on the side armor. He's dead. It's a shame. So, kind of even now, but I prefer Red's position. For starters, he's got way more people alive. It's just he's not using half of his units. The Zsadok has far fewer people alive, but most of his units are doing something. And yeah, it's just a shame Don never put anybody in here. He would have... this wouldn't be in here. And now Blue's going to get back in, and the CV isn't there because he had to drive it over here. So... you know, not ideal for Red, because this will now put Blue on a +4 once it fully captures. But then again, Red's finally got through this, right? So it'll be even again. Seeds back out. When the cub runs out of ammo, it can't be seeded, which is kind of dumb, really, but it is what it is. So he's going to fly over some radar AA instead. Thankfully, he's got 60% ECM, so there's no way they're going to hit him with their 55% accuracy missile. Yeah, at some point Blue should really consider buying an Eyehawk. I understand that's not high on the priority list at the moment. And this Streltsy has finally been revealed after losing the zone. And then this CV's back. So you'd expect, you know, get a Navy SEALs in here and you should just be able to move through all these buildings and get all the way up to here and fire 4 AT4s at this, which, if it's facing the front armor, won't kill it. But then, you know, he'll probably leave. Okay, so he's unloading them early this time, so that's good. You can count all the bodies. Some of them disappear, right, over time. Which I don't think they have. So we got a smoke mortar, yes, and then you can smoke and you can get in with the smoke. Truly inspirational. This guy should be falling back. The auto cells you have to watch out for, that's obviously the worst. It's just going to die now. If you shift, hold shift, F, click, cell click. My cell is on R, I think. R for return. Used to be L, which is a bit too far away, right, on the keyboard. So, yeah, I mean, you can bring this in and, you know, help out. It's got 3 machine guns on it, so it's not bad, but now you won't be able to see this anymore. This thing, I don't understand. Did the other one die or something? Like, there was one here. Something must have killed it. So he gets the helo, and he gets out, because it's an eagle. It's got high ECM. He knows there was no cub there, because he sent the seed before. Admittedly, there is one here, it's just switched off. 4 per card cubs really makes you think. They used to be 3, I thought that was much more reasonable, frankly. Basically, you know, there's lots of different strategies in the game, and some of them are easier than others. What Zsadok's doing is one of the hardest ones. Air spam infantry. But, you know, the standard mechanized slot play, I buy a tank, I buy a BMP with a cub behind me. That's the easiest way to play the game, and it is very effective. So, yeah. He's just sort of committed to this. Oh, give it a reverse order, because now you got to turn. Well, I suppose it turned quite fast. I think it's based on the actual base speed of it. So you get that 9 machine guns in there. Admittedly, they're not HMGs, they're just MMGs, but they only have good optics. But if this is shooting at them, they should be able to see it. But that was surely a side shot. Surely that doesn't do that much damage. Must have been a side shot. Yeah, it must have been. So, focusing on the Conkers, very intelligent, because that's the only thing here left that can really kill you. I mean, getting shot from over here is a problem, but... So that can... okay. Needs to get Navy SEALs in here. Move through and get this sorted. He is being shot from over here. What? There was a BMP-1 there, apparently. So he buys another helicopter. Needs infantry, needs towns. Oh, that's not good. Really got to watch the pathing round here, especially with this hill. Like, you can hide stuff here, and it's very strange. So, Seed's back out, but this is not switched on, and it can't do anything about the Strela. The helo predictably just dies immediately and accomplishes nothing. This Streltsy, if it was in position, could kill all 3 of these, so you don't want to be doing this. What if there's somebody in here with an AT? Yeah, so it can't... It needs to be far away enough to shoot, but not too close that it's too close. It just kind of sucks, really, Seed in this game. Gets outranged by the AA. That's how that works. That's how that, in real life, that's how Seed missiles work, right? So they're meant to destroy air defense systems. And when they made them so they had a worse range than air defense systems. Because that, you know, just to give the enemy a fighting chance. So that's how the, you know, when the Americans are blowing up whoever now, Iran, that's how it works. They just YOLO straight into, like that. Yeah, what can I say? So, Don really needs to move this over here. These would both be dead now. Looks like he's just going to wait, and eventually this one at least will drive in. Makes you think. So, +2 for red. He's got some Navy SEALs now, so he can move them up, and, you know, like this tow, I suppose, you've got one here, so you can move this one up as well. He's moving, it's happening. So, after losing the previous HE to the Cubs, he's going again. Is this going to turn around? Okay. It's coming back. No, he's not giving it an order, so it's not going to come over here and shoot these. It's going to let all its friends die. Well, c'est la vie, I suppose. It happens. Is he going to do it now? No, he hasn't given it an order. Everybody's dead. Well, what can I say? He bought another one. Yeah, that's air spam, right? It's not easy. It's not easy. I have very tight control on these things, and they turn like bricks. So, and this is out of ammo now, so it can't be seeded. You shouldn't have evac that. Still got bullets. So, yeah, when you get within 150 meters, just press E and drop the bomb, and then keep going. Not sure what's going on there. Why isn't it satcheling him? So yeah, you want to go to this one now, and then up to here, and then up to here. Oh, don't go that way. He just shot you. You're just walking into him. Oh, you hate to see it. Thankfully, Navy SEALs are used to getting shot in the face, apparently. Just kind of... No, you're making it worse. If he just got in this building, it would have fired all 4 AT4s, but... Okay. He's going again. He's going again. I guess he wants to get a side shot, but now he's shooting him in the front anyway, so it doesn't... His cohesion's nuked, so he's got 35% accuracy. Now he's dead. America's finest, the Navy SEALs, ladies and gentlemen. So, oh, this has been left on. There you go, he finally... No, okay, it just missed. And... Not sure if you saw that trail there, it was... whoa! Interesting. Is what it is. So, yeah, you really got to be careful with these LOSs, man, on these buildings. Because, like, yeah, this isn't doing anything. So why not send this, you know, building to building, and like, you want to get it around here. Like, what Red's doing here is very intelligent, frankly. Because, yeah, if you get to here, then you can shoot the guys here and so on. You always want to try to outflank the enemy. Yes, so we still have the seeds. Oh, he shift queued the evac. That's what that is. It's a shift queued evac. So, okay. Not sure why he's scared of the LRS. That is an M72 law. It can't do anything to you. It will do a maximum of 4 damage to your front arm. Is he going to unload this, or is he just going to stand around it? Okay, there we go. This has a minimum range, which is what you're witnessing. So does this, but it's significantly further away, so this is probably just going to kill both of these. He might get some side shots here. If he goes in this building now... Oh no, it's still a side shot. Okay. Oh, it's because it can't see this anymore. It's round. Okay, well there you go. Problem solved. And as you can see, it does 1 damage per front shot. That one missed, but... okay. So, somebody hasn't been spending their points for about 5 minutes. That's crazy, look at that. Each of these is 100. So that's 400. Plus another 800, roughly. Right. So that's 1200. It's about 5 minutes, yeah. Was that what I said? I can't remember. Well, yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I understand that it's like, I'm the air div, I gotta buy the air. I get that. But at the same time, you're also the infantry div, and you gotta buy the infantry and get in the town. This is a very unfortunate unpath here. And yeah, this can't do anything to that. So he needs to get the light rifles up. Oh, actually, he might... Yeah, that's going to work, actually, because there's nowhere he can hide. He's got smoke, maybe. No, he's dead. So that was smart. Yeah, that's a good spot, actually. Interesting. You can see pretty far there. It's worth knowing. But yeah, this hill, like, you see, if you go here, you can't actually see anything, so it's kind of strange. It's hard to tell. Obviously, if you look at it from ground level, it sort of makes perfect sense, but... That's not where you're looking at it from. And the terrain, it's all the same colour, so... So a lot goes into that, designing maps with topography. You know, you make the mountains a different colour, you make the hills a different colour, you make it look like a relief map, so that the people who are further away can see. The alternative, of course, is to like add fog in the lower regions and stuff. There's a map made by Hazamuth on the Steam Workshop. I can't remember what it was called. It's called like Resepro, or so. It's somewhere in Finland. It's got some, I think it's Finland. Anyway, it's got fog at the lowest part of the map, and then you know where the hill is, because where the fog ends is where the hill is. And instead of having like a steady gradient, it's like a, you know, like an actual, it just goes from low to high, and that it's just so much more useful to understand when you're looking at it from up high. So blue, he bought the infantry. He finally bought the infantry. If he just never bought half of those planes, I think, can you imagine, he could have done this about 10 minutes ago. And now he's in. He's in, and now he's going to get CV in. He's loaded it up. He is now going to path the CV to the zone. He's going to buy a Stinger as well, instead of just having 10 million infantry and nothing else. He's doing it. He's doing it. Got double toe 2 there. It's just Iglas here. Worried about helicopters. They were all wasted a long time ago. He's got a couple of rocket planes left. I think that's rocket planes and eagles. I think that's all he's got left. Might be one A-10 left maybe, but they might have died. Bailed out. That's been fixed in the most recent patch. You don't bail out anymore. I would not be trying to fight that with half HP and low cohesion. It's a big shame. So much for 60% ECM. Just hit it twice there with 2 shots. And yeah, these have side missiles, so you can use them like this. You missed twice, but wow, the power of the 2 vet fighter, truly inspirational. But yeah, don't forget, 60 US gets Eyehawks. 1 Eyehawk really, really helped you out. So you got to buy it, you got to move it, but there you go. So blue came through in the end. Once he ran out of planes to throw with and started buying ground units, he won. So there you go. There's Zsadok, ranked 200, 30 games this season. This is DonMarco, ranked 469, with 60 games this season. 59. Wait, what? 62. Anyway, if you watch enough Hippie YouTube videos, you lose the ability to add numbers together. It's a small price to pay for the entertainment value, right? So yeah, that's 60 US. So it's a funny div. Late game, it kind of sucks. I mean, to be honest, the fact that he was able to pull it back is quite surprising, because attacking with that div is very, very difficult. So I'll see you around. GG.